April of 2009, I was able to open my own marketing company. It was incredibly successful, just met some of the right people at the right time. I was able to sign some incredible clients, everything from small golf courses and spas to some major league sports teams. I was able to have 3 offices. My connections in Virginia Beach actually led me to a contract with the Philadelphia 76ers, which led me to a 2-game contract with the New York Yankees, and I signed the Washington Nationals and the Wizards. So to say the very least, I was at the top of my game. I felt really successful. I didn't need God. I was doing just fine without Him. Still went to church from time to time, but just didn't really have a relationship with God. And I felt like the Bible, the church that you read about in the Bible wasn't anything I had personally experienced. What I didn't foresee at that time was the NBA Lockout, just a spiral of events kind of biting off more than I could chew. Unfortunately, and I had to shut down all 3 offices. It wasn't really until that moment that I felt that there was something missing, and it was so much bigger than career and so much bigger than all these other things that I'd really tried to fill. So I was able to visit one of my dear friends and roommates from college. She decided to take this leap to open a nonprofit coffee shop to employ homeless teens there in Denver. I saw her in this very vulnerable state where she was fundraising to do this, and I was so moved by it because I'd never seen anyone ever, but specifically someone my age, that I felt was living for Christ and was living the gospel that you read about in the Bible. I desired that so much, just the peace that comes with that. I cried the whole flight home from Denver, and I knew immediately when I got back to DC that there were some huge life changes that I needed to make. Every conversation I had, I think for the next month, was just, what can we do? We're in our mid-20s, we're friends, we go to coffee shops together, we go to movies, we go out to dinner, we spend crazy amounts of money on ourselves. Like, what can we do to give back and really show that we love the Lord and we desire this relationship with Him? And it was through those conversations that I realized that I wasn't alone in that, and that other people were seeking this idea of church and this idea of God and what relationship means and how that really translates. And just kind of tossing around ideas, we came up with the idea to do homeless ministry here in DC. And we show up with a cooler of sandwiches, and we're like, we're going to feed the homeless people tonight here in Chinatown. And we weren't sure what it was going to look like and if people wanted to be part of it or any of that stuff. There were just 4 of us that showed up that night. Within a month, we were feeding over 100 people every single Thursday, and we were averaging about 15 to 20 volunteers every week. And it really just broke my heart to see that the Lord could have been using me for good this whole time, and I was really denying Him of that. And I saw that I could be part of something much bigger than myself. I really found happiness in the craziest of places, and I really found church. And it wasn't necessarily within the 4 walls, but it was what we made outside of those 4 walls and the relationships that we built, not only with God, but with the people that He put in our path.